did a lot of research in Ganoderma. An allopathic doctor who had done a lot of research in Ganoderma lucidum. He has written a book on Ganoderma lucidum. The second edition is available now, and he lives in Malaysia. And all the family members are doctors. His family members are doctors. His sons and daughters and son-in-laws and doctors. So I came to meet him when he came to India in 1999. That time I was professor of cardiology in one of the leading institutions in Chennai, Ramchandra Medical College. So my job is to teach the postgraduates, take care of heart patients, day in and day out, do angioplasty, stenting, and help my surgeon to do heart surgery. Right? I'm not a surgeon, I'm a cardiologist, physician. So it was a tough job, and I used to work for 14 hours a day, right, from 7:30 a.m. in the morning to 10:30 p.m. at night. So it was a tough job. Even on Sundays, I used to take calls, and I have to, in any profession, you have to work. Then only you can come up with life. And that during that time only, Davidson got introduced to me, and he came home. Dr. Clarence came home, and he was talking about Ganoderma and its health benefits. But I never studied about Ganoderma in my medical curriculum. So my mind refused to believe whatever he was saying. An allopathic doctor talking about some herb, which I have never heard of. And so happened that we had to use this Ganoderma for a cancer patient, blood cancer. She was a young girl, teacher by profession, 24 years, and she was diagnosed to have leukemia. Leukemia is a blood cancer, right? And it can be deadly, right? There are acute leukemia and chronic leukemias. We had acute monocytic leukemia. And in Chennai, we have a very famous cancer institute, Adair Cancer Institute, like Tata Memorial in Mumbai. We have Grace the Cancer Institute, and there all the doctors, they gave her a death warrant saying that she may not be able to survive for more than 2 weeks, and refused to give any treatment because as you know, the anti-cancer drugs or any kind of treatment for cancer, they are very toxic drugs, and the drugs themselves can kill the patient. So he said, no, we are not going to do it. And just pray God. And within maybe, if not 2 weeks, within a month, she will leave this world. So she happened to be my classmates, my close friends' patient, right from the childhood. So when she went to her doctor, she narrated the story, and she was asking for any other possibility of treatment, availability of any treatment. I said, the last thing that we can do is bone marrow transplant, right? And bone marrow transplant is very expensive. And in near Chennai, there is a hospital, Christian Medical College at they do bone marrow transplants, and it costs about 15 lakhs of rupees. Very expensive treatment, and she can't afford it. And bone marrow transplant, only 1/3 of the patients, they get better they get the good results. And some people, they have to go for a second bone marrow transplant, third, fourth. It will be very expensive affair. She said, I can't afford, let me die. And incidentally, my doctor friend, my classmate, he called me and said, there is a patient, what can I do? I said, the only way out is bone marrow transplant. And at that point of time, I had known about this Ganoderma through Dr. Clarence. Then I said, one Dr. Clarence told me that it is good for cancer, this mushroom, this Ganoderma is good for mushroom, and it can control cancer. Then that time there was no DXN, which was operating in India, we had only samples what Dr. Clarence had brought from Malaysia. And I could get the samples from Dr. Ratna and then passed it on to my friend to be handed over to that young lady, cancer patient. And I forgot about it, and I thought, she will die, she's going to die within 2-3 weeks. And to our surprise, one day my doctor friend, Dr. Thangaraj, called me and said that this patient seems to be improving, and her bleeding has come down. She is able to walk up to the washroom. She is able to take 1 80. I couldn't believe it. Then what's the next step? We don't know. When Ganoderma was not available, then we requested Clarence, and someone brought the Ganoderma from Malaysia, and she was sincerely taking RGTL, and she was becoming better and better. And at the end of the 4th month, she went back to work.
Wow.
So we couldn't believe that. And when I perused the literature, there were some information about how Ganoderma can work on cancer and various other diseases, and what are the benefits of this powerful mushroom. And that was in early 2000. And DXN started its operations in 2000 April in India. We all became temporary members at that point of time because Clarence was influencing us, and he was saying, "Doctor, become a member." And I didn't know anything about network marketing. And my close friend is Professor Vaspale and Dr. Ratna, and we are friends for more than 30 years. He said, "This is a good product, and why can't you sort of promote it to patients or even healthy people and get the benefit?" And I thought it makes sense. And also he said that by network marketing you can get a residual income. That made me think, why not I do the network marketing, original marketing, and get a residual income for it. I'm well off, no problem. As a cardiologist, my father being a cardiologist, I have tons and tons and tons and tons of money. But a lot of patients who come to me, they say that, "Doctor, I don't have money to go for treatment. I don't have money to go for bypass surgery. So let me not spend my money, my savings for bypass surgery. So let me give it to my children. I have 5 lakhs to savings, or 10 lakh savings. So let me give it to my children. I don't want to. I have spent the money for I've lived enough." So that's kind of words. Every day in and day out, I hear from many patients, and some patients, they will not have money to buy the medications, because those days no insurance. You have to spend only from their savings, and that was a kind of situation. And I thought, if I become sick, who will take care of me? Right? That was the thing, going in my mind. I said, okay, sounds good. If I get $1,000 as a pension, fine. I can have my food, 2 idlis, 2 dosas, little curd rice, and living becomes easier in old age. And he also said that the DXN system is so strong, marketing plan, and after me it goes to my spouse, my wife. It's available asset, whatever you create. So I said, okay, then let me think about it and see whether I'm successful as a network. And Professor Vaspal, that he is a professor of economics. He teaches economics, he teaches macroeconomics, microeconomics too. And I'm not an economist. So I only make money in my profession, and I use the money for myself or for my family, and part goes as a saving. Because my parents and grandparents had given me a lot of money. But I was not a spoiled child, right? My parents were so strict. And that's how my DXN journey started. I became a member. Then professor said that, sponsor few guys, your friends and relatives. I sponsored that Dr. Thangaraj. He is my classmate, my roommate in the medical college. So he said, he's immediately seeing the result, he said, and I will sign up, I can introduce this Ganoderma to so many people. So that's how it started. At that point of time, I was so busy, and after becoming a member, it so happened that I had to go to US I resigned my job at that time for some, I had a problem with the administration. I said that, I don't want to work here. So, and 4 months I went to US with my wife. I spent, had a good time. And because the first time I visited the US in 2000, right? All my friends and relatives, classmates, they were pampering me, and I was having a very good time in the US. And almost 40 to 45 of my classmates, they are in the US, settled in the US. They have big money. Even if I go today, they'll take care of me, no problem. When I came back, they told me, when you have become a star agent. How come I can become a star agent? I have not done anything. How can I become? Because Tankaraj was doing it, and the accumulation of points. But I received the star pin in 2000 December, and my friend Dr. Tankaraj, he became a star diamond. He and Dr. Ratna. So I saw his check, the big check, as a diamond. I said, okay, it's fine, it's good for you, keep it. And I never sort of had time to concentrate in my DXL network. So I was busy day in and day out, and my profession did not allow me to sort of spend time. And so whenever I got time, I will go with Dr. Ratna and Professor Vaspalaya and give some talk. So I realized that this powerful herb can help a lot of people, unhealthy people, and can give health to everybody. And thinking that whatever the knowledge I had accumulated in my medical curriculum, there are a lot of medicines derived from nature. What we use, anti-cancer drugs. We use a drug which is called as a digoxin, right, for heart failure. For 300 years, that is the only drug given for heart failure, right? Digoxin, it is derived from Digitalis purpura, a common flowering plant. The botanical name is Digitalis purpura, and the common name is foxglove, right? It was discovered by one Dr. William Withering in UK. And today, the only drug available for heart failure is digoxin. It is available as tablets and injections. Morning, Salim.
Morning.
Welcome back from
Kuwait.
Saw the videos.
Yeah. Thank you. We seen the videos here.
You have to share, no?
Yeah.
You will be able to share something for the video in the.
Maybe in there.
So there are so many drugs which the allopathic medicine which are derived from nature and herbs. All of you know about penicillin, right? Penicillin is derived from Penicillium notatum, and it's called as a queen of antibiotics. Very powerful, and there are certain conditions only the penicillin will act. And rheumatic fever prevention, only penicillin will act. Very powerful antibiotic. Even today we use penicillin for some of the infections. So it is derived from a fungus, Penicillium notatum. So one guy analyzed, and he said that 70% of the allopathic medications are derived from nature, and only 30% are purely chemical. So nature has given us, God has given us, the Almighty has given us, a lot of valuable things to us. And medicinal plants and mushrooms, they play a very major role in protecting our health. And so I realized that this is one of the powerful herbs, and it can help people. So that's how my mind opened up, And so have I sponsored few guys, and one day I became a star ruby. In the old marketing plan, there was a star pearl. I became a star pearl. For a long time, I was only a star pearl in till late, 2006, 2007. But huge network was going on. My first visit to Dubai was in 2003. I came to attend a cardiology conference which was organized by my friend, Dr. Yusuf Malu, who is one of the professors working in Mayo Clinic, Rochester, Minnesota. Right? So I used to go to Mayo Clinic very frequently, maybe once in a year, once in 2 years or something like that. And I have a lot of friends there. That time the chair division of cardiology was a Pakistani, Jamil Haji, Dr. Jamil Haji. Great guy, great guy. And not even worth his shoes. The present day cardiology is, is because of two great guys. One is Jamil Haji and James Su. They are like brothers. So I came to know, I became a friend of him because my friend was working as a professor of cardiology, one Dr. Chandrasekhar in Mayo Clinic. He was 1 year senior to me in the medical college. So he organized one of the meetings here, and he invited me, Ranjan, can you come to Dubai? We are having a meeting, and at least about 10 faculty members came from Mayo Clinic to conduct a conference in Dubai. 2003, this DIFC that was arranged, and that time, I remember only the Etisalat building and the DIFC building will be there, no other building in Sheikh Zayed Road, right? Am I right? Right. So I was here for about a week or something. And that point of time, when I met Jijit and Sunil was here and met Mr. Matthew, they said, Doctor, we need a couple of meetings, lectures from you on Ganoderma. I said, oh, fine. And when I'm free in the evening, I can come. Then it was in Karama, right? Any of you remember, who are members who remember from Karama? Yeah. It was a 10 by 10 office?
Yeah,
One flat.
Yeah, one flat. And Gigi used to sit outside and that was my first presentation. And Mr. Fatimi Ghani was there as a member, as a consumer in the first row. So I shared whatever little I knew about Ganoderma. And subsequently, it so happened that I was visiting UAE frequently. At least 50 times I would have come to UAE, and I could see the tremendous growth of the DXN in the Middle East, whole Middle East. Now, Salim, went to Kuwait, and the 66th branch, right? Is opened in Kuwait, and he said that by the end of the year, by 2020, they will have around 100 centers in the Middle East. 100. So that's growth what is happening today. So with the background, let me share some of the scientific information about this powerful herb, right? So that when you consume Ganoderma or DXN products, your health is taken care of. Health is wealth. It's very important. I'm sure that all of you are experts, right?
Yes.
So this country, great country, has given you an opportunity to sort of work here and save some money, send back money back home to take care of your family, your children, right? Be grateful to this. I didn't have the sort of thinking to work in a foreign country. Say I wanted to stay in India, my home country, and I wanted to, whatever I have learned, I want to do the best for my country, right? That's how my father, he decided. He was offered many jobs in the US and Canada. He said, no, I'm getting back to my country, and I developed the cardiology. He was one of the 4 founding pillars of cardiology in India, right? Along with Dr. K.K. Date from Mumbai, Sujoy B. Ross from Calcutta, and Dr. Padmavati from Delhi. Padmavati is still living. She is 101. Still today she is practicing, she is in Delhi. And she and my father used to be examiners for various universities. I've met her on few occasions, in the conferences, and she used to feel very happy for me being a so-and-so son. She's 101. She's a cardiologist for late Prime Minister, Mrs. Indira. Very thoughtful lady. Even today she works. You go to the Google, find out, put Dr. Padmavati, you get the whole information. Very legendary person, right? So I have the opportunity of working under such people, especially in Mayo Clinic with Dr. Tachi, Jamil Tachi. He's basically from Karachi. Great. So God has blessed me to be with those great guys, right? So I'm also blessed to be in DXL.
Thank you, sir.
Right? So I must thank all for whatever I am today in DXL as a crown diamond. I enjoy my journey in DXL, life in DXL. And once I go back Tuesday, then I have to do my work, cardiology work, taking care of my patients. But of course now I have reduced my practice. Only in the mornings I work, 3-4 hours. Evening I don't work. I give all my work to my colleagues, right? My younger colleagues, they will take care of the patients. As you age, you have to retire somewhere down the line, right? But still you must be busy, occupied, right? And you will not become lazy. So let me share about this Ganoderma. Because you must be wondering why a person like Ranjan, cardiologist, a senior cardiologist doing material marketing. For the simple reason, I can help a lot of people and share my knowledge. And second thing, what do I get the benefit? I get the benefit of residual income. That's a big residual income I get as a crown diamond. I'm happy. Thanks to him, Almighty. Right? So this is a botanical name, and all of you will know that health is wealth. When health is gone, everything is gone. It's the most precious asset. A lot of people insult health. Right? So unless you have that mindset, you can't be in DXL. Right? And WHO, World Health Organization, defines health as physical, mental, social, and spiritual health. And last, my thinking is financial health. You must be healthy financially. Then only you will be comfortable in this world. You will be respected by your family. You will be respected by people. Right? So this financial health also DXL gives. If you build your network, financial freedom. Right? The fundamental concept is food as medicine. Hippocrates, about 2,500 years back, he said, let food be your medicine. But what's happening today? Food is becoming a poison. Right from water, every food, the junk food, becomes a poison. Fast food is fast way to disease and death. Right? It's not a healthy food. Right? So avoid those fast foods. Ganoderma the beauty of Ganoderma is that it can never become a poison, it can become only a medicine because there is nothing toxic in it. Right? Ganoderma is known to humans for more than 5,000 years. It's a very powerful herb and traditional Chinese medicine. It contains the modern, the research shows that it contains more than 400 active ingredients, and they have some medicinal values. These 400 ingredients are classified into 5 major headings: triterpenes, ganoic acids, polysaccharides, aminacin, and organic germline. Don't worry about that because it's a bit of pharmacology, and I don't want to elaborate. So when you consume Ganoderma on a daily basis, you get the health. You can prevent a lot of diseases because Ganoderma gives you that power. And second thing is, in addition to medications or any treatment, if you take Ganoderma, it helps. So to overcome the disease. So health is very precious. Don't insult your health. Right? Especially since you are working here You must get the fitness and medical fitness certificate, right? Only then you are allowed to work here, right? They want
Yes.
only healthy people. They don't want any sick people here.
Yes, yes.
You must be productive. You must be useful, right? You can't afford to become sick here. So all the more it is necessary that you as expats have to take care of your health. Right? The fundamental, the principle that you must understand is that Ganoderma acts on the body, not on the disease. A lot of people, they get confused. They say, they think only Ganoderma, they focus only on sick patients. Right? That's a problem. Doctor, can I take this herb for, Ganoderma for kidney disease, brain disease, or cancer? So, as Dr. Lim puts it, Ganoderma treats the body, and body treats the disease. Right? Body is your best doctor. The fundamental principle is body is your best doctor. So Ganoderma, by acting on the body, it makes your body powerful and you remain healthy. There are three powerful actions of Ganoderma on the body. One is a detoxification function. It helps to eliminate various toxins from the body. In allopathy, we talk about antioxidants. The antioxidants are powerful food and food supplements which can help to eliminate toxins from the body. The second effect on the body is on the immune system. So it has got a very powerful immunomodulating effect on the body, thereby giving you that health, that immunity against various infections. The third powerful action is on the blood circulation and the blood vessels. They protect Ganoderma protects the blood vessels and improves the blood circulation. So you must realize our health is primarily dependent on good blood circulation, good oxygenation, good nutrition. Right? So these are the three powerful actions of Ganoderma on the body. Let us talk one by one. Toxins cause disease or disorder. We have two organs to basically deal with toxins, the liver and the kidney. And liver is a big chemical factory. We detoxifies various toxins which are produced in the body, external and internal toxins. And it's a big chemical factory. It's the only organ which is very active at night. Right? It has to detoxify all the toxins, including your this and this. That's why a lot of people get into liver disease. Why? Because these toxins affect the liver. Alcoholic liver disease. Okay? So, Ganoderma neutralizes toxins, eliminate toxins from the body, and helps the liver to eliminate the toxins. So, when the toxins are eliminated, health is protected, right? All the coloring agents, whatever you use in food or the junk food, and all the chemicals, unnatural chemicals, they are toxic to the body. They can lead to cancer, they can lead to heart attack, heart failure. So be careful with your food habits. Take healthy food. In allopathy, we talk about the antioxidants. So antioxidants are a group of food and food supplements which eliminate the free radicals. Right? Free radicals are a group of compounds which are produced in the body, which are highly toxic to the body. So these free radicals are associated with aging, associated with heart disease, associated with cancer. So when you consume Ganoderma, it's a very powerful antioxidant, and it is 5 times more potent like ginseng. So the medical word, we know that ginseng is the most powerful antioxidant. Green tea is an antioxidant, right? But its value is very low, 1,200 units. Whereas the power of Ganoderma is 23,000 units. We measure in terms of ORAC, oxygen radical absorbent capacity. So it's the most powerful antioxidant available to us. So when you consume Ganoderma, you are able to eliminate the toxic compounds, the free radicals, right? And by oxidation process, the bad cholesterol can get accumulated. So LDL, that's called as a low density lipoprotein. The oxidized LDL, it can deposit in the blood vessels and it can lead to blocks and heart attacks, strokes, or any vascular disease. So when you take the Ganoderma, it gives vascular protection. It reduces the production of bad cholesterol. Right? And as I mentioned, the free radicals are associated with aging. Aging leads to disease. Aging leads to death. Right? As you age, you are prone for certain age-related illnesses, including cancer, heart disease, kidney disease, liver disease, whatever, stroke. So we need to age gracefully and die gracefully. Right? My thinking is, at least up to the age of 60, one must be healthy. Then after 60, you get into age-related problems. Maybe some kind of an arthritis, you get blood pressure, you get blood sugar, lot of changes happen. It's an aging process. Doctors are there to help you. But you can't afford to become sick at the age of 20, 25 or 30. Being a diabetic or hypertensive or you get into a lot of problems. That's what is happening today. Okay. Young people are getting into health problems. They die of heart attacks, so-called the lifestyle diseases. There is time, but there is no life. That's what we see today. So my thinking is, at least till the age of 60, one must be healthy. You should not go to the hospital. You should not go to the doctor. If you go to the hospital or a doctor, the peace of mind is gone. Right? Never go to the doctor or hospital. So it's reasonable that after 60 you can go. Doctor can help you out. Right? Maybe any system of medicine. But 85% of the world population, they follow allopathy. Allopathy is good for emergencies. You can do heart surgery, transplants, hemodialysis, right? But for many chronic illnesses, we don't have safe medications. So most of the medications will be toxic when you consume for a long run. Right? So health is well. So that's one of the powerful action of Ganoderma. The most powerful antioxidant for prevention of disease. Right? The second action, as I mentioned, is on the immune system, and immunity is very important. Immunity is so powerful. If your immunity is very powerful, you can resist any infection, including your HIV, right? And you can kill cancer cells. The immune system is very powerful, and you need a powerful immune system. And next to mother's milk, Ganoderma is the most powerful immunomodulator. The WHO recommends mother's milk up to 2 years. How many children get it? Major problem with the women are anemia and undernutrition. Probably I would have got mother's milk up to 1.5 years. Sure. But nowadays, how many mothers are able to feed their children? If you don't feed the child, you are killing your child. You are a bad mother. You want your children to die. Think. Right? As I always say, you must give 2 assets to your children. One eye is education, other eye is health. So please think what you want to give to your children. Not money. Money any food can make. It doesn't require any sort of skill. Yeah, of course, if you have knowledge and skill, you can earn more money. But even without that, you can earn. So it acts on the both humoral and cell-mediated immunity by acting on the immune system. It increases interleukin 1 and 2 and interferon. They are basically important for our immunity. And a lot of children die of low immunity and malnutrition, especially in third world countries and Africa. Just improving their nutritional status, you can improve the immunity. And WHO and the UNICEF, they have a big project going on in third world countries to help these children and inside with spirulina. And our spirulina is a very special because it conforms to US FDA standard, and it has got 61% digestible protein, first class protein. So, the spirulina is one of the best spirulinas available in the market. So, it can take care of the micronutrition, and it can help a lot of children and women, and it to improve the hemoglobin. Anemia is a major problem for women. I see a lot of ladies here. Anybody has got 14 grams of hemoglobin here? 14 grams percent.
Yes, I have 14.8.
I'm asking about women. Men will have, because they don't have any special problems related to, because of the monthly menstruation, childbearing, women are prone for certain things. Anemia is a major problem. 90% of the women in India, I can talk about India, I'm sure that applies to many countries, are anemic. That is hemoglobin less than 10 grams percent. But I'm sure every lady will have at least 50 sovereigns of gold. I'm giving only the minimum, right? And in India, they are fond of silk sarees. They will have 100 silk sarees, but no blood. No hemoglobin. So, the fundamental thing, for women's health is good hemoglobin, good blood flow. Good hemoglobin means good oxygen, good nutrition. You remain healthy. You want to look externally beauty, right? With all your beauty is only skin deep. What is important is what is inside, below your skin, right? Your brain, your eyes, your heart, your kidney. Right? Skin is an important organ, of course, yes, I agree. Right? Skin protects you, protects various organs from the external environment, from the heat, dust, some chemicals, a lot of things. The skin is very important organ. Just imagine yourself without the skin. Will you be beautiful?
No.
Anybody will touch you?
No. You will be all over the place.
Not even look at.
So skin is very important. You have to, of course, you have to take care of the skin, but don't injure your skin by applying chemicals. Right? So we have some cosmetics, right? Indian sir? Yes. They are safe. They are mostly, they are organic based. Even if you want to use a lipstick, we have Ganoderma lipstick, use that. And some companies, they have lotions and things with the Ganoderma which are so expensive, $300, $400. Yeah. We have products with Ganoderma which are relatively so cheap. Use them. Right? Be careful about using coloring agents. Don't color it with green, red, blue. All the color will get inside and ultimately get into problems. You go blind, you can get cancer, you can get all these aniline dyes, they can have kidney problems. Urinary cancers are common with aniline dyes. So be careful about using the hair dyes. So such compounds only we are using day in and day out. So Ganoderma can help a lot of women and children to get over anemia, malnutrition, and by improving the immunity, it can help. It's a powerful immunomodulator, meaning that it can help in very many autoimmune diseases like rheumatoid arthritis, systemic sclerosis, and so many illnesses. Psoriasis, it's an autoimmune disease. So that's the power of Ganoderma on the immune system. If your immune system is good, you can even resist cancer prevention. Right? This is that. So acting on the immune system, action on the immune system is the second most powerful effect of Ganoderma on the body. Right? The third action is on the blood vessels. The blood vessels and the blood flow is very, very critical to every one of us. Right? blood carries oxygen, nutrition to every cell in the body, right? And you need to have a quality blood, that is hemoglobin 14 grams per cent, right? And whatever nutrition that you are taking, food that you are taking, it should be healthy, rich in nutrition, so that every cell will get proper nutrition. So for that, the blood circulation is very, very critical. Which organ pumps blood to the entire system? Heart. So heart also should receive good blood supply. Right? There are no medicines to improve the blood supply to the heart. Maybe that we have some nitrates or some other drug, but the best medicine, for the heart, it's walking. Walking is the best medicine. Why walking is the best medicine? When you walk, the blood circulation improves. Your heart pumps more blood into your system. Heart also receives more blood. There are coronary arteries that supply in the heart. They are very, very vital. You should not develop any blocks in the coronary arteries. To develop that, that's why the heart attack happens. Right? So, Ganoderma has got two components, adenosine and guanosine, which acts on the macro and the micro circulation, protects the blood vessels and improves the blood circulation. How many of you walk every day? The hot sun? Right? So today morning, Professor Jayapal asked me to how did I walk? I said, no, I'll come tomorrow. Just 30 minutes a day, just walk for blood circulation. Because the heart has got a tremendous reserve power. When you are sitting, your heart pumps around 4 to 5 liters of blood a minute. That's called as a cardiac output. Right? So heart beats around 70 to 100 times a minute, and every time it pumps, it ejects around 50 ml or 60 ml of blood. That's called as the stroke volume. So 70 into 70, how much is it? 60. Around 4 to 5 liters every minute. When you walk, it increases 6 liters, 7 liters, 8 liters. The heart has got a tremendous reserve and huge reserve. It can pump 7 times. It can pump up to 30 liters a minute. Who will require that kind of a cardiac output? The athletes. Right? Probably who is the world 100 meters champion? Olympic champion?
Usain Bolt.
Usain Bolt. He would require. He has to, make the distance in 9.6 seconds, right? So he has to train. Condition the heart. And that the heart should pump enough blood to every cell in the body so that he is able to achieve it. The heart is a very, very vital organ. I'm not saying that because I'm a cardiologist. 3 minutes you can feel when the heart stops. Yeah. Just 3 minutes. And probably a lot of people die of irregularity of the heart, ventricular tachycardia, instantaneous death. So respect your heart. Take care of your heart. Don't insult your heart. Some people, they go on insulting day in and day out. At the end of the day, heart will insult you, you'll be dead and gone. No excuse. You will not be pardoned. Right? So blood vessels are very critical. So the largest organ in the body is the blood vessels. You put it in a straight line, all the blood vessels in your body, you can come around the earth once. So many thousands of kilometers, heart has to pump the blood every day in and day out, throughout your life. Right? So, the power of Ganoderma on the heart is it reduces the workload on the heart, increases the blood circulation, and you have natural adenosine and guanosine, which improves the blood circulation to every organ in the body and also the heart. Okay? So this blood vessels, to the entire body. So for heart and the blood vessels and the lung blood vessels. And minute blood vessels, we talk about the microcirculation, the capillaries, they go into the cell, and the bad blood, it's collected in the veins, the venule, the small vessels, and they are taken through the heart to be delivered to the lungs for oxygenation. The bad blood is taken to the liver and kidney for the toxins to be removed. And every cell has to perform its function. Right? And at one end you see the arteriole is there on the left side and the venule. Right? Lot of metabolism has to take place in every cell. There are 15 trillion cells in our body. All the cells, they have to work. Right? God has given a lot of reserve. It is said that only 80% of your cells work. Another 20% they are dormant. When they are required, they will work. Right? That we call it as a reserve function. Every organ has got a reserve function, and Ganoderma stimulates that reserve function. So this is the angiogram what we do, the imaging the blood vessels. That you can do it by the normal technique of the angiogram. Now you can do an MRI angiogram or anywhere in the body, right, to evaluate the blood vessels if there are any blocks, right? And microcirculation requires examining or imaging the microcirculation requires a special techniques. Normally we don't do, unless it's very expensive and it's not equipment are available. That's a microcirculation. Can you see the difference between the macro and microcirculation? See how many small blood vessels are there? Normally you don't see this in the routine angiogram. Indirectly we assess by the perfusion techniques. This is very critical. The microcirculation is very, very, very critical. Then you can also see the major. That is why you are able to see, your brain is able to function, your heart is able to function, your kidney is able to function because of the microcirculation. So Ganoderma acts on the microcirculation to improve the blood flow. Right? As I said, blood flow is very, very critical. No drug can act on this. Probably, one drug is, many of you know, the Viagra. It acts on the guanosine chain. First, they experimented the Viagra for increasing the blood supply to the heart. That's one of the heart-selling drugs, right? So, very powerful. It acts on the microcirculation. It's a PDE5 inhibitor. By dilating the blood vessels, it can cause tremendous blood flow. Right? So, the microcirculation is very important to our body, and Ganoderma helps to increase the macro and the microcirculation. So, going back, let us refresh that three powerful actions of Ganoderma on the